kind of warmed into the trainer, my power has definitely restored slightly. It's not perfect. So that's kind of why I'm doing this as well. It's a really good learning curve to help me understand what this trainer is. Because the flywheel is very different. Very different. Let's hope dinner plays nice, too. Okay, so Jason's here. I know I saw Sandalia on the start list. If Sandalia's here, we're screwed. That is a guarantee. Realize I didn't. I need to move that over so I can see chat a little bit better. What is up? This ride hasn't had a fence for 2 weeks in a row. It's very odd. I definitely had people critiquing me last time I did this. Young Lord was here. He was giving me tips because he pointed out a very fair point. I was definitely mashing. I was holding about 85 RPM for my sprint, and he was pushing me to kind of change that a little bit. Yeah, he's like, get it to 100, and then shift around from there. Yeah. He was like 100, 105 to start, and then settle in. So, 120, all right. I'll try. I gotta build to that first, because I don't know if it's just... I don't really know what my RPM typically is from my old trainer. Okay. The group is way back. This is the other thing that makes it interesting. Power-ups actually do play a factor in this. So, I am running a little blind on what my old RPM was on my trainer for the Saris. Because I didn't pay attention much. Thank you, Nikitas. Yeah, I thought of you as soon as I saw this ride. I'm like, this has watts written all over it. And I'm curious if they'll switch the ride every week. I thought it would, but I guess maybe because they have a sub ride leader. Alright. So I know it's the second left turn. The second left turn is where the sprint will see it. The good thing about this being the second week we've done this is I know where the sprint is. Because I think I did 4 out of the 6 last week. I didn't get any warning that you were coming up on me, jeez. Alright. Because the power-ups will come into play after the first lap, or after the first sprint, I should say. So yeah, we turn left. How many kilograms? 74, I believe. How are you, user? Yeah, I'm kind of mixed, enjoying the ride and stuff. Well, I mean, the good thing is the ride is super chill. All right, I can't see with your screen, your text on screen. No, I launched that wrong. I got the gearing all wrong. And the front went off. Nope. The front fell out of the block. This might be a bad idea. I freed the front wheel from the block. It's gonna be better or worse. Hips more forward, arms straight. Okay. So, arms straight. Here? I don't deadlift. I don't do weights. Alright, I never said I was gunning to be a sprinter. I did used to deadlift when I played lacrosse. I did do that. So I'm curious. We'll see. I'm gonna try without the block for the next round. We'll see how that fares. It's a very new occurrence. Definitely was not that way prior. I was not paying attention and I realized I'm now at the back. Oops. Literally the back of the group. Yeah, I used to be a flyweight. I was 125 pounds when I was racing in college at 5'9". But also, user, sorry I got invested in the sprint. Do you sprint, or what's your style of riding? It's funny. The Zwift Academy kept telling me I'm a sprinter. I'm like, no, I'm not. And then I started doing a little bit more, and I'm like, oh. Utilize the glutes with your hips forward. Okay. I'll see if I can compute that while I'm doing it. I have realized by the camera angle, I have definitely moved the front end of my bike. I'm pretend strong, user. The person who's coaching me is literally twice as strong as I am in sprints. Barty. You missed me knocking the front block out on the first sprint. I'm gonna try to sprint without the front block this next time. So, we'll see how it goes. Because the sprint fell to pieces. Definitely fell to pieces. But I hold the jersey, so... But that's probably because people didn't actually sprint. Let's be honest. Yeah, Porter knows this. Just follow Sendelli and you'll always find the sprints. Yeah, truth.
Well,
Barney,
now we're in this together.
13 months! Thank you, I appreciate that. Gotcha. Yeah, basically, this whole sprinting thing is very unfamiliar for me. Yeah, this is where the second sprint will come in. And I do not partake in this one. Drive it from the core and push and pull, yeah. That's... I have watched... Thank you, Carol. I have watched a fair amount of track sprinting. And I've seen those standing starts. Absolutely insanity. You just watch and it's like... I can't even pretend to replicate it. I don't have the right gearing to pretend. I'd have to crank trainer difficulty and then start hardest gear. Deadlifts on the bike. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I can picture that. I think the thing that I struggle with the most with sprinting indoors is the stationary. Like, outdoors, I've got a fairly good concept. I'm sure I'm not the greatest by any stretch of the imagination. But... yes, Gertrude, I'm very confused. Bone? What? Oh, that's probably who won. Yeah, when I half did that sprint, I got just under 26 seconds last week. Very painful. Very, very painful. Gertrude is definitely not holding this group together. This group was much more compact last week, which actually did help. You got a nice, beautiful draft moving through this field. So I'll probably do next sprint, possibly a cool lap, and we'll go from there. Yeah, Sandelli knows. Sandelli knows. He's trying to get the group together, because that's how you get the fastest pace through these sprints. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That was a line from Top Gun. Oh. It does, user. It does. It's just kind of growing to have confidence in your bike. I know Penguin struggles. My wife struggles with it all the time, of getting out of the saddle. I wish I had a rocker plate. That is house goals, because we live in an apartment and that's just not feasible. Because if you see the computers around here, this is also the office. So, I'm jealous, Nico. I'm jealous. It's not easy. It feels uncomfortable. Yeah, I believe that, Watts. That last one, I definitely felt things move, but it was also, I wasn't cohesive in the sprint. So, I was pushing the bike in all the wrong ways. All right. So, this is how short the laps are. Is now we've got 1.9 Ks before the next sprint. So they're short. So it's like 10 minutes in between sprints. I think we got 6 in last week. Hey, Cadman, how are you? Good evening. I almost just hit my power up for no good reason. Yeah, I've got a mat down, but it's interesting. I also think I need to double check my the feet on the trainer, because when I move them, it's telling me that the floor is not flat at all. Because whenever I move the bike and the mat, the trainer kind of not as stable. Yeah, this is very much this again. I've got my coaches here. Also known as Watson Barney. I had Young Lord last week, so. My coaches make me nervous. Always watching. So yeah, we've got left and then left. And I believe that's where the sprint is. Yeah. So we're already almost back. I'm waiting for this time for me to just like take out the trainer and just end up on my side. I could see it happening. That would be how things would go for me. Let the group fan out a little bit. That makes sense. I am definitely not that skilled. There goes Sandelli. Faded. No, there's Sandelli. Sandelli's a freaking beast. That's what I figured. The thing that I'm definitely facing, endurance. Yeah, I saw that. I fade pretty rough in the 300s for distance. Yeah, he was. Fading's better than starting late. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Cadman. That's, it's kind of my thing, unfortunately. So I think I'm actually almost happier not having the front and the block for the sprints. I don't know. So I'm going to do one lap cool, where I won't do the sprint next lap. And then I'll do it again on the next lap after that. So these are short enough that if I tried simulating a standing start sprint, no. I'm not. Nope. I'm always afraid of killing my gears too. But I've never done standing starts. But yeah, Cadman, knowing that Sandelli's in this, I know that I don't really stand a chance. Sandelli is just, he is the definition of the sprinter. Every sprint you'll see him do, you'll see him hit 17 watts kilo, 16 watts kilo. Oh no. What's up, Barney? Oh no. See, I got super lucky with all of mine. I never got impacted. Trust me, it's worth it. It's worth it. Oh, no. Thankfully, it's after Worlds, though. I mean, that's a win. Do you think I should do that for one of these sprints or when I'm not doing this ride? You're not wrong. I mean, it's definitely, it's a very different feel, Barney, but I'm enjoying it. So, which would be better, Watts? Would it be better to start early and fix that portion, or the standing start? Okay. Yeah, then I'm definitely going to give myself a lap off. And I'll get back in on lap 4. So basically, from far out, start monster gear. Try to get up to speed. And then push through. So instead of like a 320 meter sprint, go for closer to 400. If I am understanding correctly. Also, this sprint sucks. Unfortunately, yes, okay. Yeah, there goes Sandelli. Even on the alley sprint, 15 watts a kilo. Man is insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, and he'll hold it. He'll hold it for this entire length. That's why I've relegated that if I can get second, I'm happy. Because there's not a chance of beating him. Yeah, he did that in 20.73 seconds. 480 meters. Almost 21 seconds. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. The man's a monster. And he'll do it for each sprint. Like, he'll hold for a little bit. Like, he didn't join the first one. That's why I got the jersey. I don't know. Like, he is definitely a sprinter. I don't know what he does. But he's got to train to be a sprinter for that power level that he keeps. Because he doesn't fade. I've watched him and I've tried to follow his wheel during one of the sprints. You don't keep up with that. Like, he just keeps going. It's crazy. Part of me wants to be like, what do you do? What are you? I love when the ride leaders try to see if your A key works. It's always fun to see who falls for it. But this is, I do enjoy this ride because it's just a fun test. It's a super chill group ride. You get to do the sprints if you want to. Yeah, Sandelli. I don't know, where is he? Where are you? No, stop changing the list! Stop moving the list! Ah! Okay, well, this is not going well. The list keeps moving, so it's not helping. It's not going well. Like... Oh, there he is. He's right in front of me. Should be easier to find now. There he is. So, Sandeli OTR. No first name. He is on Zwift Power. I do believe I saw him on Zwift Power. And his stats on Zwift Power are what they look like. So as I said, I'm going to sit in this round. Just kind of enjoy the draft. Thank you, Cadman. Appreciate it. Let people wind out their efforts. We'll go again next lap. And we'll try changing things up a little bit. So I can definitely feel if I went this round, it wouldn't be any better. Not a chance. Ah, is it Chris Sandeli? Yeah, his power on his Zwift Power is crazy. I don't know what category they are either. If they're anything but A, they probably win every sprint they ever take part. He can be beaten. Oh, jeez. I like your positivity. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right. We'll give people some stream raiders. Barney, you're not in there. He's a B? Really? I'm impressed. It'd be really mean if I did a sprint while this was up. Barney in a sprint is very close to unbeatable, that's for sure. Ah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Do I need to turn off stream raiders so you don't feel bad? You don't feel left out then? How dare you be sick and not participate? Let's go 3-star. Alright. Let's see who goes this time. Is Sandeli gonna go again? Or is he comfortable? Nope. He's gonna sit this one out. He has the same plan I do. Alright, he's not invincible. He does have power limits. Because Sandeli's the one right behind me. Let's see, did anybody else take mine? Nah, I'm third now. Dang it. I think I ended up fourth last time. So, we'll see what happens. Yes and no, Stux. So this is an event called Spin and Sprint. Basically, it's a group ride, except for the sprint lines. There's no real points for it, it's just kind of pride. But it's kind of good sprint training, is what it is, because you get to go up against people that are fresh every sprint line. So like this one is 7 kilometers. There's 2 sprints every lap. I'm only partaking in 1. Granted, this is a cooldown lap, so I decided to take it easy. No worries. Not a problem at all. If you have any questions about Zwift, feel free. Let me know. Zwift is a lot of fun. It's a very good way to get your exercise in while still enjoying things and slightly hating yourself. Anybody that does anything like this and says there's not a little bit of self-hate is lying to you. Sandeli has disappeared. I don't know where he's moved to. So, halfway through the route. So we'll only get like 3 more sprints in. Oh, dang. That is impressive. That's when you get one of the run pods, put it on your shoe, and just have Zwift running in your pocket when you have your practice. Because you can run on Zwift too. Just get the miles from just having the run pod on your shoe. Free miles. Alley sprint reverse is not 380 meters, it's 480. Please don't make people get hopeful. Bad enough. Don't make it seem better than it is. Sandeli must be up front. That's odd. I can only imagine that he's not going for another sprint. Because otherwise he'd be back here. But how are you doing, Stux? I would be interested to see this ride with a fence. See how much it holds people together. I'm good for the moment, but suffering. My heart hates me tonight. That means I'm doing it right, right? Thank you, Penguin. Sometimes this is ironically the harder part, I feel like. Were you just chilling, waiting? Oh, wow. That's quite the combination. Like, shot put and discus makes sense. And then the 1600 and 3200, that just sounds like pain. Oh yeah, I'm not pushing too much right now. I'm still pretty chill. I know for most people, 146 BPM would be crazy, but believe it or not, it's actually quite low for me. Oh, it sounds so terrible to say. This is definitely where my weakness is the repeats. Like, consistently having the energy to come back, even though it's like 10 minutes in between sprints. This is definitely something where my power profile is not. But it's part of the reason why I'm doing this. I'm happy for these right now if I see consistency throughout the entire ride of my sprints. that for me is still a pretty good win. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for to start, and then kind of build from there. Because being able to repeat the effort is definitely going to be critical in races. It'll help me have those punches. Granted, I feel like every year I'm rebuilding my power profile, which I don't know if it's good or bad. I'm undecided. Yeah. Somebody got within a second of Sandali. It's not terrible. So now we head back to the start of the loop. Sandali must have sprinted for that. If someone saw 16.1, Sandali had to have sprinted. Penguin, you say you can't throw properly, but you played basketball. How does that work? I'm confused at this logic. I mean, if you're good at things right off the bat, then it's not it doesn't have that same level of challenge. Probably wouldn't have been as enjoyable. Throw is different than shooter pass to an extent, yeah, I guess. I like the response. Is this group this good every week? No. Yeah, that is true. There's plenty of people that won't practice. Alright, so we're probably looking at 2 kilometers from now until the sprint. So, close to 23 kilometers. This one's definitely going to hurt more. Definitely going to hurt more. If I'm going longer. Actually, no, it's 1.9 from here? No, it's a 23. Okay.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Stuck, thank you for the follow.
Where are we?
You're not wrong, Watts. You're not wrong. In the best and worst of ways. Okay. So, start, try to get in that monster gear, 50 RPM, launch early, try to be up to speed by the time we get to the green line. Alright. Hang on for dear life. That's the truth. That is absolutely going to be what this is. I feel like I'm going to need a lap off after this and go for the final lap after. I feel like this is not going to end well. I'm going to die on the inside. Or, sorry, you said 50 watts, not 50 RPM. So, once we take the second left-hander, I'll start switching. Still low, yeah, I figured low RPM, but I wanted to focus on the 50 watts. So you start super easy. Well, quote unquote easy considering the gear. So that's first left. Try to make sure I'm still in the draft a little bit. Granted, I don't have a draft power up, but well, I can feel this is gonna hurt. My legs are not what they were last week, that's for sure. Alright, so first road sign. Woo! Hi, Mike. Ah! I had second. And then T-Bone came in. I got just over 20 seconds. Might have gone a little bit better if the microphone hadn't gotten in my way. Yeah, my max BPM is 210. Okay, that was a fair excuse, though. Thank you for that suggestion. That hurt like hell. Probably. I'll do one more off lap, and then I'll do it again on the last lap. True. So, because that definitely takes more out of me. So we should have 2 more sprints. So I'll do one more easy lap. And then a final hard lap. So I'll get 4 out of the 6. That's definitely the fastest I've ever done that sprint. So I almost had second. But T-Bone is almost as fast as Sandelli. He put up an 18.99. So it's probably safe to say third is the best I'll get tonight. Because I don't have a sub 19 in me. I might be able to do sub 20. But I think this is already half a second faster than last week. So I'll have to see what kind of time we hit when we come under the banner to see if we'll have another sprint or whether it's just one more. And I'll judge what I do from there. Ugh. I forgot about that. It's the OBS ride-on plugin. I love it. I think you'd use the hell out of it if you used it. So yeah, 20.12. I think it was average 710 watts. Yeah. For me, that's not bad. I'll take that. I'm legitimately in contention to stay top 3. No, I don't. I don't have any. I would if I had them. But... they're terrifying, but they make sure that you have legitimate feel. You keep your ability to balance, to hold your core. There's a huge list of assets to them. What? Sandeli's trying to organize a lead out. All right, I've been recognized as one of the sprinters now. All right, but I gotta get back up there. I'm curious what his plan is. Now I'm nervous, dang it. It's hard to spot them in this kit, too. Yeah, they do. I see Sandeli. I don't see T-Bone. There's T-Bone. The three of us are together right here. Never did I think I'd be invited. Ran out of power. Oh, I still did better. Thank you, Watts. I appreciate the help. Yeah. I think we got T-Bone that jersey. I think I actually let him out in the beginning. Had it been earlier, that would have gone better. But the tank was just gone. I mean, you helped me shave nearly a second off my PR, so. Wow, yeah, you're right. Dang. That's so crazy. it was definitely a combination of timing and also I ran into that high gear first. Because I knew haha. I'd be curious to try it again and start that next week right at the beginning. See what it changes when the tank is full. But seriously, thank you, Watts. Hopefully I was a good student. I definitely try to listen to the best of my ability. You know how many people would love that? I definitely think you'd have an audience for it. Only as good as the coach. Rule number one, practice. Yes. Yes. You are legitimately, if there's one thing that I would peg you for, Barney, you're masterful timing. You are probably the king of timing. I don't know if there's anybody else on Zwift that is as skilled at nailing the timing as you are. The amount of times that you have pipped someone on the line is insanity. Yeah, Barney is second to none when it comes to timing. Hey, Rice, how are you? You'll be happy to know I didn't mention sweat once. Yeah, that is also critical. Not burning matches. Or unnecessary matches. Ah. Hanging in there is acceptable. That was fun. I'm very much toast, though. 100% toast. Oh, no. I'm sorry to hear that. Oops. Hopefully Puppers is doing all right. I could definitely see doing this again. And having this be a bit more consistent. I mean, considering the improvement I've seen in just 1 week's extra. Why do I have confetti? Huh? Why? I'm confused.